Hey, it's Rachel, and this video is for all those parents who hear how wonderful your children are from their teachers, from their babysitters, maybe even if you leave your kids with your parents for the weekend. They all tell you how great your children are, but when your children aren't home with you, they are very, very difficult. So while you love hearing how great your children are, you get really frustrated because they just don't behave that way with you. You know, you may have read about this and heard that the reason children act that way with you and not with others is because they feel safe. And I think there's something to that. They do feel safe, and that's why they act that way. But I also had a recent experience myself that I think will help you understand what's going on for your children. So I was actually just away with my kids, and I was staying with my parents. I had taken my kids, though, to visit some friends of mine. So it was just me and my kids and my friends' kids. Now, these were good friends, but not great friends. But these were the kind of friends where I still had to be sort of on and bubbly and positive, just sort of a fun type of Rachel. And I also had to watch my kids all day, so it was a pretty exhausting day. By the end of the day, I was just done. I had used all of my energy. So we get back to my parents' house, and the truth is that when I got back to my parents' house, I was snippy and I was negative. Now, I'm an adult, and I'm able to regulate my emotions for the most part, yet I was so exhausted from the day that I just couldn't be positive or bubbly or happy anymore for my parents. Now, this happened recently. This is a recent event. I'm not talking about when I was a kid. But what I want you to understand is that kids go through the same thing. They've been on all day at school. They've been really good, you know, however long they've been with their babysitter or their caretaker. And when they get home, they just want to relax. And sometimes for kids, relaxing is sort of negative behavior because they're just getting out everything that they had to hold inside all day. So my suggestion for you, if you have a child who does this, is to actually let them let their yuck out. In fact, you can encourage them to let their yuck out in certain ways so that they can finally move past it. A couple ways you can do this. One, you can let them let their yuck out in a physical way. Have them do a dance party, or there's a website that I love called GoNoodle. It's GoNoodle.com. It's for kids up to about age, I would say 9 or 10, and it helps them get their yuck out and get their wiggles out and do a lot of activity that makes them feel better. Or you can use a creative release. If they come from somewhere and they're being really yucky, ask them to draw a picture of the mood that they're in right now, or draw a picture of something that makes them angry, just to release their yuck onto a piece of paper, or even listening to music that they want to listen to, some way to get that yuck out. Or you could just talk to them about their yuck and say, oh, you want to tell me about the bad things that happened today? We think that dwelling on the negative is going to make them stay in the negative. That's actually the opposite of what happens. So if you want your kids to move past that yucky, obnoxious behavior, let them let it out. And often they will move beyond it. But even if they don't, do remember this. Kids are human, and they're tired, and they are going to have off days, and even off weeks if their school week is really, really long and exhausting for them. And it's better for them to get it out than to hold it in, because ultimately that will either harm them or come out as negative behavior in the future. So I hope that helps you understand your kids' behavior a little bit more and know what to do in the future. If you have any questions, feel free to email me at rachel@rachel-bailey.com. I'll see you next time.